Good morning, I'm Pana Chattanont. Today I'm going to talk about brand research project analysis of Adidas. The purpose of this report is to understand the Adidas brand positioning and where it sits in customer mind. In order to establish brand positioning of Adidas, I will provide a brief history of Adidas and some key facts determine its frame of reference. This includes identifying the target market and competitor, its optimal point of parity and point of difference. I will then conduct a brand equity analysis followed by recommendation. Adidas started in a small town in Bavaria, Germany by Adi Dassler and his brother. After starting out in his mother's wash kitchen, Adi Dassler registered the Dassler Butter Shoe Factory in 1924 and embarked on his mission to provide athletes with the best possible equipment. In 1947, the brothers split up and they both opened their respective company. Adi decided to rename his company to Adidas. They introduced their first piece of apparel in 1967, known as the Frank Beckenbauer tracksuit mode. It became the first piece of apparel for Adidas and opened a whole new business to the company. Now the company is a leader in the sport industry, manufacturing different types of sportswear, accessories, and products. The mission of Adidas is to be the best sport brand in the world. With, with the attitude impossible is nothing. As of 2021, Adidas was the fourth largest apparel brand in the world, with a brand value of 16.5 billion US dollar. Adidas is the largest sportswear manufacturer in Europe and the second only to Nike worldwide. Their headquarters is in Herzogenaurach, Germany, which design and manufacture footwear, apparel, and accessories. Let me discuss about brand positioning of Adidas. According to Keller, positioning means finding the proper location in the mind of group of consumers or market segments so that they think about a product or service in the right or desired way to maximize potential benefit to the firm. This means This means brand positioning is important to understanding how how the brand occupies the thought of consumers, which may assist differentiate items from rivals. Deciding on a positioning requires determining a frame of reference and the optimal point of parity and difference point of difference brand association. Brand positioning start with establishing a frame of reference which signals to consumer the goal they can expect to achieve by using a brand. In order to determine the frame of reference of Adidas, we need to identify the target market and the nature of competition. Identifying the consumer target is important because different consumers may have different brand knowledge, structure, and different perception and preference for the brand. Market segmentation is the process of dividing up mass market into different groups of similar needs and wants. Adidas used different types of segmentation to break a bigger market into small customer groups. Adidas mainly focus on geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral segmentation. In addition to this, Adidas provide a range of products to serve different consumer preferences, which include performance, originals, style, and neo. Adidas Original provides limited edition type of casual and heritage fashion clothing and shoes that are usually street style, with more colors but less of a sporty look. Adidas Performance was decided to maintain their loyalty toward athletic providing products mainly focusing on football, soccer, and training, and had even collaborated with sport groups like Chelsea. Adidas style have clothes that are sporty but trendy at the same time. It is usually popular among the youth. Adidas Neo is the latest sub-brand which is launched to target younger age groups of customers from 14 to 19 years of age. Therefore, the demographic segmentation of Adidas target young consumers between 13 to 40 years of age group who love and have a passion for fitness and sports. However, Adidas brand equity is not just confined to this customer segment. The company targeting and strengthening its brand with the next generation of athletes in the 14 to 19 years old age group with the belief that this target group is the most influential consumer group in the future. The brand is also quite popular and is liked by consumers with age group between 40 to 65 as well. Geographic segment of Adidas targets a young urban area internationally where product available. Psychographic segmentation is that consumers strive to live active and healthy life. They wish to blend sport and lifestyle, and they are digital by default as well as sustainable by convention. Behavioral segment: customers who love sport will tend to purchase sporty items from Adidas, whereas on the other hand, customers who love street style clothing will probably buy the product they want from Adidas Original or Style as they have the same preference. This happens as they have the same behavioral characteristic which they are able to relate to one another. When it comes to competitors, by identifying a target market access brands in sporting competitors as consumers in that category may look to other brands before making a decision of purchase. It's important to note that the frame of reference for Adidas can change. For example, if we look at Adidas' direct competitor, we can think of brands such as Nike and Puma, which offer almost the same product with Adidas, such as sportwear, apparel, and accessory. However, when we look at the Adidas Style Original, they also function as a fashionable apparel too, which means they don't compete with only sport brand, but they also compete their product with fashion retailer brands such as Zara and H&M. Therefore, the frame of reference of Adidas is not only one dimension, but is a multiple frame. After looking at the target market, which is mainly young active adult and both direct and indirect competitor, we can establish the positioning statement of Adidas that to young adults who have a passion of effectiveness and athlete, Adidas is the brand of fashionable sportwear that seek to embrace the possibility lifestyle of consumer with the attitude of impossible is nothing. However, in order to arriving at the proper positioning require establishing the correct point of difference and point of parity association. The point of parity are not necessarily unique to the brand, but may in fact be shared with other brands. There are three types of point of parity: category, competitive, and correlational. The category point of parity reflects necessary but not sufficient confident conditions for choosing a brand. They exist in a minimal way at the generic product level, and they are almost certainly present at the expected product level. The category point of parity of Adidas is about the product of Adidas, which are sportwear apparel retailer. All main competitive brands are the sportwear apparel retailer which manufacture and sell almost the same products such as sport shoes and accessories. Competitive point of parity are those associations designed to negate competitors' point of difference. To put it another way, if a brand can break even in area where its competitors are attempting to gain an advantage while achieving its own advantage in other area, the brand should be in a strong and possibly unbeatable. For Adidas, the competitive point of parity are sponsorship of major events. Adidas and other brands competition such as Nike have partnered with a major event around the world, such as FIFA Men's World Cup, UEFA Women's Euro. Celebrity endorsement. Adidas and Nike have collaborated with athletes, designers, and musicians to increase the recognition and create the motivation to attract new customers. Notably, endorsers of Adidas, Beyoncé, Kanye West, Lionel Messi, and Paul Pogba. Another point of parity is the distribution channel. Most of the brands have the similar distribution such as their own store, website for online shopping, and retailers such as JD Store. Lastly, product innovation. Each brand in the market has their own technology and innovation to increase their ability to compete with other brands. On the game strategy, this strategy will be guide Adidas from 2020 to 2025. This strategy put the consumers at the heart of all the games. Consumer drive structural trends in this industry through their performance and behaviors. They strive to live action and healthy life. They wish to blend sport and lifestyle, and they are digital by default as well as sustainable by conviction. By using this strategy, we'll capture those consumer-driven opportunities and crave out new ones for their benefits. In 2025, On the Game will not only have delivered over proportionate growth for Adidas, but also deepen relationship with their consumer as to continue to actively live the purpose. Through sport, we have the power to change life. The strategic focus of this strategy is on increasing brand credibility, elevating the experience for consumer, and pushing the boundary in sustainability. The execution of this strategy is enabled by a mindset of innovation across all dimensions of our business, as well as our digital transformation. According to Keller et al., point of difference are threat or benefit that customers strongly associate with a brand, favorably rate, and believe they would not discover to the same extent with the competing brand. By adopting the above strategy, Adidas will gain ability to sharpen their brand, refine their product offering, and leverage partnership to further further enhance the credibility with consumers. For example, Adidas introduced a new consumer proposition called Sportwear. These products are born from sport and worn for style. In addition, they will execute on a cross-category plan to achieve product excellence and elevate the woman experience through membership program to become the indispensable sport brand. Also expand their strategic partnership, which already include Beyoncé, Kanye West, Stella McCartney, and Pharrell Williams. They play important role involving the consumer on the lifestyle. This will help brand achieve an outstanding image in the customer mind. Now, on to the brand equity analysis. This section adopts the dollar metrics measure of brand commitment by comparing Adidas brand to its main competitor, Nike. To ensure the meaningful level of brand equity, this metric measured by conduct 5 participants. The price of the chosen product will increase gradually $10 each time to determine commitment of consumer on Adidas. The product are men's basketball shoes with similar look and color. The price of the Adidas is 150 Australian dollar, and for Nike 140 Australian dollar. The study showed that at the price of $150 for Adidas, 40% of participants chose Adidas, while another 60% chose Nike. As the price increased gradually, customers start to change from Adidas to Nike at the price of $170 compared to $140 of Nike, and only 20% left at the price of $180 of Adidas, and 0% of market share on the Adidas side at the price of $190 compared to Nike $140. From this study show that Adidas has a strong brand equity in the consumer mind. Recommendation: Adidas should focus on sustainable product by utilizing the strategic partnership to communicate the new normal of lifestyle. This will help brands to expand their market through the eco-conscious partner collaboration. Brand will gain a new opportunity to get to the new market and new group of consumers, enhancing the customer experience through new digital platforms such as metaverse, making new type of online store, creating new point of difference. That will be the end of the presentation, and this is my reference.